We can get there.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
So, y'all, First Try Friday is officially a thing.
Man, and it's so good, dude, because that means, dude, it means that you have expanded yourself and the crib media and the whole concept.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing something.
Yeah, man. Look out First Try Fridays with the homie Devin and Sensei Rome.
So y'all
We'll be reviewing all.
Dude,
all
you should let the
things
medicine
skate.
man come in there and like talk about like how he's not a skater and like be way amazed.
Yeah.
About some basic ass shit.
For sure, yeah.
Y'all gonna be like, oh, that's cool. That switch and does come back.
We're doing our first YouTube episode on this week on Friday. That'll be the first one. We're on SoundCloud right now. We got one.
I listened to it. It's pretty good.
On there. It's not like you definitely need video with that shit.
You can definitely tell you're the only person that spoke publicly.
Yeah, man.
For a long period of time.
Whenever I was cutting this off,
which is hilarious.
I was like, damn, y'all don't want to say nothing when we like sign off and shit. Like
we were the same way when we first started. It's so funny to see people get in, and like these guys will be having us shout out, Homer and
Andy. We got Andy in this.
Dude, we're gonna do
today,
Andy.
Dude. What up, Andy?
This is what I call Andy. I call Andy SpaceX because he's the most like. If I ever had to imagine Elon Musk,
tell us more about
this kid.
Man. Let's hear it, Andy.
Really, just from a smaller region of Mississippi on the coast, it literally is the place that everyone drives through to get all the important stuff done.
Aren't
You're
you
from where Brett Favre's at?
Brett Favre's from the Kill.
I thought you were from the Kill.
The Kill is like the clay dirt version of where I'm from, where there's still all the FEMA trailers there. It's kind of weird. It's like just after Katrina, the way everything was, it's still like that in the Kill.
Dude, the Kill is kind of shitty.
So it's just like the part nobody gives a shit about, basically.
Old Aunt Dingo over here is from the fucking from Bay St. Louis, and I can say this right. Bay St. Louis has recovered from Katrina, but it still looks like 3 years after Katrina, and it's 2018.
I mean, when you don't have enough money going into an area, nothing expensive gets fixed.
So, just a quick little shout out. Medicine Man mentioned SpaceX,
Elon Musk.
Tesla.
Yeah.
I went ahead and looked this dude up real quick, and so
that dude does a lot of shit.
Yeah, well,
he owns SpaceX.
Listen to this, yo. It's in the news that he basically tweeted that he was thinking about taking the company private, like the Tesla company private, and all the shares for that company just skyrocketed.
Damn.
Trying to buy it out before it goes private, man. Because he'd have to pay them all out their exact percentages.
If I'm not mistaken, he's one of the only guys throughout history who not only has come up with so many patents and ideas for inventions and stuff like that, but all of his data is public. Like, there's nothing stopping you from looking up anything.
I'm about to say something that may make me a really crazy out there motherfucker, but I'm going to say it anyway. If there was ever a case of reincarnation in our generation, Nikola Tesla is Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Come on now. No, come on. If there was ever a fucking and we weren't even know about if you were gonna predict and try to prove it, Elon Musk's Nikola Tesla.
Like reincarnated.
Dude, Nikola Tesla had perfected free power. Elon Musk sold it. Those battery packs.
Yeah,
it's
you can
Elon
hook your
Musk,
house
right?
up to a battery pack and
is it Elon or Eon?
It's Elon with an L.
Do you pronounce the L though?
I've heard when I hear.
I've heard both.
Every time I hear people say
the last time I heard it was
Elon.
on Fox News and they said Eon.
I think it's crazy, like you were saying with Nikola Tesla, that actually kind of relates to his motives, because out of all the crazy stuff he has ever come up with, you can, like those battery packs, he has the blueprints and the patents out for public, and everything else he has.
It's
space
Eon.
exploration.
Okay, excuse me. I will take that back. It's Elon Musk.
It is with an L? Okay.
Elon. I didn't think you pronounced the L, but
people you meet.
But on top of everything, come on, really, what have you stopped and thought about? And come on, he has he introduced battery packs at homes that if you have solar panels can be charged and power your house for 30 days.
I was say nowadays when they build new houses, they build them with solar panels and internal battery packs. So if you even have a power bill, it's like $20 or $30 in a city.
When I really realized his reach is like when I go to work at King World, there was 5 Teslas in the parking lot.
That's insane. Those cars drive themselves. The newer
models. Tesla actually made like this surfboard thing.
Yeah.
Sold out like instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, everything that guy's ever invented sells out.
But when we
have like when he hosting trips to outer space or something like that?
That's those. Remember when Bill Gates or whoever it was paid to go on the very first exploration to space? That literally was just like a space shuttle that goes up. Yay, we're in space, and then comes back down.
It went off of a 747, glided into space, and came back down. Yeah, Elon Musk did all that.
Hell yeah.
My favorite part about the guy is.
But my biggest thing about SpaceX is a head of NASA in technology research.
Oh yeah, because NASA lacks
funding.
By
years.
Well, like you were saying with the whole going private situation, that's probably what he's trying to get away from. Same thing in the music industry. Everything that's driven by some kind of funding, government or otherwise, it's like at some point at the hierarchy, you have someone who's paying for you to be able to do your job. So if Elon Musk has found a way to come up with all these inventions, make $1 billion, almost $1 trillion company, and then take all of that and get it off of someone's payroll, that means all of his creative thinking can be done individually.
Privately.
Yeah, he doesn't have a quota. So imagine like trying to get the things you want to get done with all your know-how and your backings and your sciences and your funding, but a large portion of your job is solely dedicated towards getting what your boss tells you to get
Imagine being
done.
a director of NASA and having to deal with a private company that's more advanced into getting into space than you.
Well, I mean, NASA is essentially getting
Shout
shut down
NASA.
over
over time because NASA is backed by the government
Shout out
spending
to the
program.
Space Center, Mississippi, by the way. I've heard that they listened to a couple of our episodes.
What? Shout out Stennis Space Center.
Shout out Scrimeti.
Stennis
Mom
Space
works at
Center.
Stennis Space Center, actually.
Pat
Yeah,
Scrimeti, shout out.
Keep passing it around.
Keep passing it around, y'all. We love everybody who fucking supports us for real. We love all of y'all.
That's what I really.
You know,
that would be cool, dude.
Oh, we're on YouTube now, by the way, too, you guys.
Dude.
Check us out. We got videos coming soon. We're gonna work on doing live streaming and all that shit very soon. We got a lot of things in the works.
There's a lot of things going on.
Hotel Debate 3 coming up. First Try Fridays. Check it out.
Hotel to Base Volume 3, by the way, guys. We've got Luke doing a DJ set and a rap set. Just saying, if y'all think that's one person doing too much, y'all need to come see this guy before you'll make that decision.
One-man band only in 2018, am I right?
Yeah.
Lieutenant's one of those very few people that I would very wholeheartedly say that they could literally vibe. He could vibe with a brick wall.
Cooler than the other side of the pillow, huh?
Yeah, no, straight
He's
up.
a really cool dude, man. I had fun at his birthday party the other day, and that cake was something else. You see the
That
cake?
ass cake.
Yeah, it was a cake. It was shaped like an ass.
That's great.
It was a fat one,
I mean,
too.
in all honesty, if you're going to call
fat
ass
dude. It
cake
was
all
really
day, you
good.
might as well make an ass cake once in a
Really
while.
good. So, did y'all hear about those police officers who fucking flipped a coin to see if this girl was going to jail or not?
I have not heard about this. I need to hear about this.
Well, she was speeding. It's nothing serious. But it was these 2 cops in Roswell, Georgia. Caught her speeding. It doesn't say exactly how fast she was going. They actually didn't catch her on their radar or nothing like that. They were just making a call, I guess.
So they were just they were being subjective.
Yeah, and they got him on body cam flipping a coin to see if this girl goes to jail.
She got out of it, right?
No, man, the poor girl went to jail.
What?
It actually landed.
Over a coin
It
toss?
actually landed
How's that
on the
legal?
side that said that she would be free, but they're like, nah, we're just gonna take her to jail.
I think the real
Anyways.
question is that would you rather that or take your chances towards the actual judicial system? Because like
I'm
a
gonna be
coin
honest
flip's
right now,
50-50.
We're from a state, Mississippi, and if y'all are guys aren't familiar with Mississippi, yes, we wear shoes, but our judicial system maybe 25 years behind.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's officers Courtney Brown and Christy Wilson.
I can tell you right
You
now
guys suck.
that wouldn't fly even here, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's.
Dude, I would be like straight up in that appeal box, like that right there. That's like the modern day version. That just goes up to show you that like what the fuck is up with the judicial system? Like how can that be a thing?
Right.
Well, I mean,
That like makes me angry as a U.S. citizen because that like violates human rights.
But it's a good thing these cops were, kind of retarded because they, I guess, didn't think about their body cams that are filming like all the time.
Yeah, imagine being
those
their
off?
fellow officer trying to like be validated as a person.
Yeah.
In what you're doing. You
Dude.
got these fucking three fucktards.
It was two.
Two fucktards.
2 officers.
Literally undermining you trying to be an officer of the law.
I mean, I think
And not fuck people over and just do what you're paid to do.
They're making them all look bad, man.
I think you really said it at the beginning when you first started talking about it. It was no big deal, the original infraction. So I think if we have a system designed around trying to put as many people into jail in order to reach some... Not necessarily like there's a boss somewhere telling all the cops that they have to arrest a certain amount of people. But imagine a world designed so much around money to where if there's not enough people in prison paying some sort of money to be there or someone paying for them to be there,
it just doesn't work.
That we have to arrest people more. So you're literally talking about coming up with reasons to take
American
American
thing is like that right
citizens
there.
and
That's
incarcerating
that's
them.
not even a jailable offense.
No, when it comes to
Yeah, it's not.
The fact of the matter
So
is,
like,
if we have
my biggest thing. Why was there two? Okay, so this is my biggest thing. Think about taxpayer dollars were paying them to waste time. Flip a coin when they could have just wrote a ticket and gotten on with their day.
Yep.
And dealt with something more important, but they found it.
They
so
probably knew this girl or something. Like maybe they went to high school together, and maybe they didn't like the girl or something like that.
That's even worse.
I'm sure it was
playing
personal.
Some kind of weird favorite.
Because like, why would all of a sudden for a speeding infraction would you be like, I'm gonna flip a coin and see if this girl
the
goes
fact
to
of the
jail
matter
or not.
is, if you are in a situation to where you have to ask yourself whether or not to flip a coin for someone else's freedom, I think we all need to take a step back and look at maybe there's something wrong with the system and not the officers when these officers are in a situation to where they feel the need to flip a coin to put you in jail.
They didn't
Like they're
even
not
flip
justified.
a coin.
Like they're not
Yeah,
justified.
they use an app on
They
their
used
phone.
a coin flipping app.
Yeah,
But no,
I forgot to
what?
mention that part.
The
Yeah.
real thing is that
Shout out
it
fact
right
checker,
here.
homie.
What app was it?
Homer. Fact checker, Homer.
It doesn't say.
Dude, a coin flipping app. So you're telling me use a random difference generating engine that works based on a non-random. You chose whether or not she was gonna go to jail.
yeah, you decided to incarcerate somebody
Dude,
based on
that
an
makes
app
you
on
that
your
makes
phone.
you the fucking judge, jury, and executioner, which is a basic violation of our rights. Like how? Like, come on, guys.
I think the original
Roswell,
basic
Georgia,
violation
man.
of human
You
rights
guys
is putting
watch
someone
out.
in
They
jail for
flipping
going
coins
too
out there.
fast.
But this is my thing. Do you
Yeah.
think that would
But the
happen
speed limit's
anywhere
an
above the
opinion.
Bible Belt?
There's not an
Probably
objective
not.
speed
Mason
by which
Dixon
you should
line?
travel.
Yeah, those are the two ladies officers.
So it was two lady officers.
yeah.
With another female. With a
What
female.
are
Yeah,
their
and they
names?
were arresting a female.
Yeah, they were arresting a female. Yeah. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. It's probably personal, man. Because you know how females are.
Man,
you
that
know?
sound. I mean.
And,
No, that
Like,
just
they-
sounds
they
like
probably-
two chicks that wanted power, got it, and felt like fucking.
I just don't
someone.
understand that, man. Because
I don't know, man. Because this seems like it's the first time it's happened, and they all look about the same age. If you look at the girl who they arrested,
where's the picture of the person they incarcerated?
she looks like a normal girl, man. She looks like a really nice
They don't
girl.
have a picture.
It's
they
on
have a
video, yeah.
But she looks like a pretty normal girl. You
She
know?
looks their age. No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
she's
saying she
totally
looks
their
their
age.
age.
She's
I
like-
bet they all know each other.
She's well dressed.
Who fucked whose boyfriend?
I'm saying,
Who's
right?
what's the question?
I'm
yeah,
saying.
Yeah.
It's Roswell, Georgia, man. This small town, bro. I bet you they all know each other.
Roswell?
Yeah.
You're telling me it's
Roswell, Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
God.
I'm saying, dude. These girls don't. These two officers don't always do this.
Just
man.
being from the South, I can tell you right now, officers do corrupt shit like that. And in a
Yeah.
small town world, it's like a lot of people are used to like cops killing people, blah 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 blah. You know, violence.
Yeah,
We're used to down here. It's like they're undermining like society.
basically.
Making a joke out of having that position of power in the first place.
Like, come on, in Mississippi, you can fail out of high school and get a gun and a badge.
Yeah.
I can't imagine it's that different in the same region of the United States in Georgia.
I mean, like you guys were talking about earlier, the only thing that really comes to mind is what kind of system that's employing citizens to become police officers and giving them that position. What kind of broke-ass system do we have where you can get that job and be a kind of person who thinks it's okay to flip a coin to decide someone's incarceration?
That's what I'm saying. How
Like,
and what? Like,
yeah, they may be a fucked up person, but the real problem is someone thought it was okay to hire them to be a cop, and
Yeah,
that's the
yeah.
person we need to be talking to. And if he's not, where
But
the
maybe
problem
they put
stops-
on a good poker face, though. You know.
But this
maybe
is the
they-
thing.
But, like, that's the thing.
Okay,
if you can
so
trick
if
the
you
government,
think it's okay to flip a coin to decide somebody's fate, that means you have no basic understanding of what the judicial system really means
or the value of
as
freedom as a whole.
as a system itself, you're ignoring what our founding fathers and everybody in this whole entire has fought, died, lived, and done everything for to like you gotta 12 people have to tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. I mean, most people these days only use the original ideas behind the founding fathers for a justification for their actions. Most people try to deviate as much from the intent as much as possible.
Or like the fact, why was she pulled out of a car over a speeding ticket?
You know, they say...
I'm telling you, these girls all knew each other.
I have heard that over 15 miles an hour is a jailable
offense,
but I mean,
like,
it's
even that,
jail
like, or I not.
not.
Read the other day, like, I love reading stuff and getting more up to date, going through stuff and dealing with stuff. It's like, did you know in the state of Mississippi, smell isn't a probable cause?
It's not a probable cause anywhere.
Nowhere in the country is odor probable cause to search a vehicle.
You can have something stuck in your nose and it smell like something, and then accidentally think you're smelling weed as a cop and take someone to jail for
How many people do you know that odor has caused them a problem in the medical system?
Lots of people.
See, the real problem isn't that that's actually probable cause. It's that we have a system of police officers that have so much power and so much renown that you're afraid to do anything in those situations.
I'll be honest, and I know I don't blame the police officers directly.
Who do you blame?
The people that hired them that thought they were fit to be cops in the first place.
I blame the political parties that are supposed to be training them in the law.
Yeah, I feel like anybody is subject to being tricked, you know, and
as we say,
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I can tell you right now from knowing people in our police force, it's like, and like down here in these smaller towns and stuff like that, the police are goddamn near like
invincible.
The police are damn near. I mean, they're basically brainwashed.
The good old boy complex is a real thing.
Yeah, they basically are.
Like, okay, so like, here's a very good example. Let's say in the United States, it's illegal to drink and drive, right?
Yes, that is true.
You know, anything over 0.08, 0.10, whatever, 0.0, blah,
0.08, I believe.
Yeah, 0.08 is usually the average. Okay. A cop that, in my opinion, a cop that respects his opinion, respects his person as a law, if he pulls over a 19-year-old at a 0.05, and there's a state law that says 0.03, you're going to prison or jail or whatever, you're getting blah, 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 all this. A good cop is like, you made a mistake. Have you broke the law tonight? Yes.
Well, yeah.
You have broke the law tonight. I have the ability to say yes or no that you broke. Not even to say yes, that you broke the law, but I can say whether or not you were causing the problem while you were breaking. Were you okay when you're 19 and when you're 21? I can be honest. I've been there. When I was 19, I got just as drunk at 0.08 as I was at 21. So and in 1970, you were 18 and you could drink, and the legal limit was 0.10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A real cop will realize the subjectiveness of the law and will not injure a person on their own free will.
But they have to do.
No, but so when I see something like somebody getting pulled out of a car or getting a coin flip, that shows me personal,
that's
real deal
different.
Personal attack. And it's
I said, it was definitely personal.
And I don't understand how somebody like that would even pass a psych bill to be on the force.
I mean, it's a system built to crumble. Like, you have so many things that are quote unquote written on paper. So many things are literally written on paper that literally say
about that zoo who painted that donkey to look like a zebra.
Excuse me, what?
I mean, he's gonna look it up, man.
You have a donkey zebra looking motherfucking thing.
Pull it up. Homer's gonna pull it up. It's a story about it.
Painted the donkey to look like a zebra.
Yeah.
What we're all kind of talking about is the idea behind officers' discretion.
It's an Egyptian zoo.
Yeah, in Egypt.
An Egyptian zoo is accused of painting a donkey to look like zebra.
It is a donkey, by the way.
But so they were trying to pass it as a zebra?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm getting at?
That's it right there. Look at the ears. That's a donkey, man.
I mean, it doesn't. I've seen a zebra. What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
Well, let me get up on this story.
But the zoo is still claiming, like, look, man, it's a zebra, bro. We swear. But somebody noticed that like some of the black paint was smudged on its face one day.
If there's black paint, I think that's where
you can see right here. They show it. It's smoke. We just need
Yeah.
to post this episode. We need to post that too.
Post links.
But on top of everything, it even says it right here. Like, the animal has long, floppy ears.
Yeah.
If anybody's
Like
been
that of a
to
donkey.
like any kind of like Dallas, Audubon, Memphis, any kind of zoo, zebras ain't got floppy goddamn ears.
I mean,
Dude,
we're
they
one
have
DNA
zebras.
sample away from no.
They have zebras at the Hattiesburg Zoo.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah.
seen one. And a zebra is like the size of a fucking horse.
Yeah, they basically look like horses with stripes. Pretty much.
Really
the tails are
does.
different though.
What is happening in this world, dude? Like, since when can you like try to like? That's like some pretty like. It's people know way too much. People have Google.
There's a difference between knowing something and having access to knowledge.
Man, I got a lot of good
People
ones.
forget that.
I got a lot of good ones for y'all today, man.
Like most people assume that if you can look it up on the internet that you know it, but there's a difference between like knowing the equation for the quadratic formula. Not necessarily to use that one in particular every day, but there's a difference between knowing that and knowing its applications and being able to look it up on Google. Because yeah, the old adage is, what if you don't have Google? But the real thing is the implications of knowing something as opposed to having...
This is what I say about ain't got Google. There's places in Africa that got Google.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It's really not...
So if these places... Okay, so if the third world's got Google, why, if you in the first world, why your argument in the first world is completely devalidated?
Yeah, there's anybody who says they don't have access to Google is definitely
doesn't talk to their neighbors.
Either they're in a third world country or they're lying.
Word.
I mean, come on. Where else do you not have the internet?
In the middle of the woods. That's about it.
Yeah.
Shit, I can get...
You can't get high-speed internet at my mom's house still.
But you can ask Google.
Yeah.
Eventually he will say the answer.
I mean, you can get like cell phone service and shit out there, but you can't get like Xfinity.
So you can call home and fucking Google it for you.
Like that.
Out there.
I mean, you have like internets, like phone internet service, 4G and shit. Sometimes it doesn't work all that great. I actually use the hotspot to play video games, man. It's alright. You have to get on there like
But I
late
feel
as
like
fuck
Mississippi's
though, like
probably one
super
of the
late.
last places the internet's that goddamn bad. Excuse me, that damn bad.
Probably. Maybe like Alabama too.
Maybe I said
Bayou and
probably
shit.
from here within 300 miles is probably the worst cell phone reception in the country.
Yeah.
In the radius.
That old
Not too good
C-Spire.
news.
You gotta have C-Spire.
It doesn't work anywhere else, though.
Yeah,
Not
it
on the
doesn't.
coast,
It only
it
works
does
in the
not work.
southeast.
When I was in Vegas,
I tell you
So
No,
all our
that's not
listeners in
true.
Cali,
You
you
can
probably
see
don't
Spire
even know what we're
works.
talking about.
In the valleys of the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. Don't lie.
I've never gone anywhere else with C-Spire, but I know that if you go somewhere else, like, you can't get C-Spire, like, if you want to start service, they'll probably be like, oh, we don't have
the company's
service
always
out
in
there.
here, but okay, so my phone works in like Brecken, Colorado.
Yeah.
And okay, it worked in Alma, Colorado, which is the highest city in the world, and not the world, the country.
Yeah. I'm sure they do have service, like, if you go other places.
It's the same
But
as Verizon. You just can't get it put down.
You can only get it out here, though.
But they're definitely,
like,
if you've watched
I don't know, maybe if you order it on the internet and you live in California or something like that.
I will say this, that they've been pushing that shit real hard lately.
Yeah, they have. They've been blowing up, man.
That's
I
the
remember
reason they
back
got
when
away
they
from
were still,
cellular, like being
Cellular
Cell
South.
South and all that shit, is because they didn't want to be like Cell
Same.
South.
Yeah. Anyways, hey man, Homer, what are you doing over there?
Just fucking around.
Just fucking around.
Well,
You should look up that story about how that dude broke into
I got
those
a better
people's
thing to talk
houses
about.
and asked for the Wi-Fi password.
what about that new Travis Scott album?
Dude, that new Travis Scott album is my motherfucking shit, man.
Dude, I'll give
Cole
you
album.
this,
I
Travis.
said it.
I'll give you this, Travis Scott. Stargazing
It's about
and
to be
Sicko
remixed
is the
out of this world, man.
blah.
You know how
You
many
hit it,
people are
dude,
gonna
like,
remix Stargazing?
I'm gonna chop that shit up. You can sue me. I don't give a fuck. That shit's so good.
I like the whole album, man. R.I.P.
Those two
Screw is very
are bangers,
good.
homie. Those things are gonna be.
Yeah, man.
Those are gonna sit. That's gonna. I think Stargazing is on the same level as a Millie.
He's an alien.
Oh, really?
I think it's funny. He didn't even fucking didn't even put the feature on Drake, and he is totally on that song.
He didn't credit anybody.
Drake's
on
honestly
that
got a whole
album.
album that he can worry
He
about
never
right now,
credits
so he's going out
anyone.
I know, but it's like a bit. I think it's a big like the new album that Travis Scott just dropped. I think, in my personal opinion, really he was confident when he dropped that album.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it takes. And I wasn't particularly expecting the level of quality that he delivered.
Me either. I don't really expect that.
I was
kind of
expecting it. What are you talking about, dude?
He's a one-hit wonder kind of guy. Or a
No,
kind
he
of
is
He's
guy.
not a one-hit wonder.
No, he is
but
not.
This is his first album that he's ever dropped that from one to the end is fire.
I felt that Rodeo from beginning to end was fire.
There was a couple songs in there that I could not vibe with, and I'll admit, and maybe that was me. It may just be me. I'll admit
I
that.
felt the same way. I'm not even gonna lie. I had to listen to it a few times before I was like, man, this whole album.
I listened to Astroworld one time, and it was fire.
Yeah,
it was fucking
it's
fire.
It's so well put together. Like, it goes together so good.
No, it's like a mix cut up.
That's what I was thinking.
And as
like,
as a DJ, that
it's
like
not an
I was
album,
messing
it's
with
like
some
a
of those
mix.
songs. They're trying to mix them. You can mix them very well, but the biggest thing for me is it lays out to me that he thought his live set out.
Yeah.
With that album, I very think that with this one, with Astroworld, Travis Scott's gonna with his live set out with Astroworld is going to submit him as a performing and recording artist at the same tiers of somebody like
Drake and Wayne and all those people.
I wouldn't even say Drake and Wayne. I would say more along the lines of somebody like Run the Jewels and things like that supersede.
Love those guys.
But they're real deal performing artists that don't live that have not made their life in the studio.
I feel like a lot of people don't realize, man, that Travis Scott, ever since he came out with Rodeo, has kind of been, like a real prominent dude in the rap
he's
game.
been coming. He's on the same. The real deal modern day competition is not Drake, blah 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 blah. It's who's gonna blow up harder, Post Malone, or Travis Scott.
Right now, basically, yeah.
Like who's better, Travis Scott or Post Malone? The argument right now is I would think Astroworld was maybe 5% better, only under the fact that I liked every song off of Astroworld. Post Malone's most recent album, I loved every song, but some songs I could zone out.
It was just way too long.
It was too many. There was what is there, 18 tracks in that goddamn?
Yeah, Travis's album is 17 tracks long, but like you were saying, I was thinking, it's a mix though, so it all goes together, and it doesn't feel like when it switches between songs, sometimes you don't even know that
Astroworld tells a story.
Exactly.
I don't think Post Malone's most recent album is 18 fucking club bangers.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they are fucking banging.
I think that he just had so many songs that were so good, and his label
had to get them out there.
Yeah, his label was probably just like, dude, you got to do something with this shit.
But Travis Scott, I think,
just to make money.
I definitely think it was a good.
Always the defining factor.
This album, he did a very good job the way it was produced and everything like that, making the people wait. The way he did.
Yeah, man.
Because it is not a banger club album like Post Malone's most recent album was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so if there would have been a lot of hype, it's not a hype album. It's not hype music in any way.
Yeah.
So if he would have had this huge, just basically all hype on it, like people just waiting on it because it's Travis Scott, and did not wait, and so when he waited, what was it, like an extra 6 months or some shit like that?
Well, there was never a set time. Everybody was expecting it to come out around the time that A$AP Rocky's
which was like midsummer,
out.
right?
Yeah, that was in like May, so about 3 months ago.
It's like
the day that his album came out, YG's album actually came out as well, and Mac Miller's newest album came out too.
When he waited, he gave people the concept that he was trying to make something artful as opposed to something.
It's very sentimental too. He named it after the Six Flags Astroworld in Houston. It's old school.
Six Flags.
It's no longer open. They closed in like 2006.
Yeah.
But
I feel old now.
he has a ode to
Is he
DJ
from
Screw in there too.
Is he from Texas?
Yeah, he's from Houston. He's from well, he's from
So I will say this. You know what? Actually, I actually recently, 2 days ago, actually finished DJ Screw's biography. Y'all ever read it?
That probably took forever.
It was like
all
a
his songs are slow. Like he's a chopped and screwed guy.
He's like a book about him.
What?
Like a book about him.
Oh, you
Like
read a book
bio.
about him?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's probably
That's
one of
cool.
them. He's probably, in my opinion, my most influential DJ.
Yeah, dude, he's the shit.
He invented
Chopped and Screwed. Everybody knows Chopped and Screwed.
Dude, have you ever listened to my the way I DJ? Like, my basic transition style is
Yeah.
chopped and screwed.
You chop it and you screw it.
Yeah.
That's literally like the generic template that he made for DJs.
And
I mean, not saying that it's generic, but you know, that's like.
And no, it's actually
That's the
it's
thing.
easy and hard at the same time because it really
Yeah.
involves mastering the style.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing for it is like if you go back and look at him, is all the people he put on in Houston.
Yeah.
Like
Lots of people.
there would have been no Paul. There would have been no Paul Wall. There would have been no, all the people out of fucking Houston. Yeah, I was gonna sit here and name off names. It's not even fucking worth it. He put,
Mike Jones. I was listening to Mike Jones the other day.
Who? Mike Jones.
that whole
shirt off.
that whole style that we have.
No, that's Petey Pablo.
that whole style of that I hate like referencing like this, that leaned out music.
It shows you how much I listen to rap.
It would not have existed without him, and you have to stop and think back of how much Houston, when you stop and listen to it, is how much Houston rap really influenced what we have today coming out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like,
Houston rap definitely influenced most rap in the South, I feel like.
yeah, I think besides Memphis, it's the single most influential thing. I think Memphis and Houston have been more influential than Atlanta has, in my personal opinion.
For sure, yeah.
Because, come on, you got Juicy J out of Memphis. You got
3-6 Mafia and the whole.
3-6 Mafia, and you've got
Mafia.
DJ Screwed, and like every goddamn
Screwed
other
Up.
motherfucker that has
The
ever
whole
come out of fucking Houston.
Screwed Up Click. Shout out to SUC. Dude, something that I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad that you're here, Andy, because I've been wanting to talk about this, is I feel like people aren't drinking enough water, man, and I think that people might be dehydrated, but they don't know it, though. You know what I'm saying? I think,
That's 100.
like, people don't drink. How much water do you normally
That's
drink?
unreal, dude.
I don't really keep track of it. Usually they recommend 8 glasses of water, like 8 cups of water a day, but I'm literally drinking water all day.
I
Yeah.
drink, maybe a bottle of water a day, so I know I don't drink enough water.
But I will say this, we were talking about earlier before I left to work, because you kind of mentioned this. Is if I didn't consciously was sucking down glasses of water at work in the kitchen, I would pass the fuck out in the hot ass kitchen. Straight up would hit
you
the
gotta
floor.
drink water in there.
I can tell you right now, I drank 10 glasses of water tonight.
Hey Homer, why don't you look into this, man?
How much water are we supposed to drink every day?
Pretty sure it's 8 glasses.
It's either 8 glasses or 8 quarts.
And then try to see if you can find out how much the average American drinks.
Because I can tell you right now,
Okay.
I can look at a human, like a person that I know that doesn't live in this house.
How much water is the
A person.
average human supposed to consume
Every day.
every day?
Pick a concept of 24 hours. What's a firehouse tie? Y'all need to catch do or die tie-dye.
Yeah, dude, I really love this one, man. They're so soft, too. I love soft shirts.
It's a shout out to the do or die tie-dyes, guys.
Shout out, dear dad.
Can I appreciate what y'all do enough? That Swervy Love tie-dyes, y'all should check out that Swervy Love LLC.
Yeah.
Check them out. Do or die, y'all did a great
Look
job
out
on
for him at
those.
515 Alive. What up, Homer?
What you got to say, homie?
Health authorities commonly recommend 8-ounce glasses, which equals about 2 liters or half a gallon.
Well, they've
This
Half
is
a gallon.
called the 8
That's
by
nice.
8 rule.
That's not
And
as
it's
much
very
as I
easy to
thought.
remember.
I would have guessed about a gallon is what you need. So see if you can
So-
find how much the average American drinks.
Well, like they've
every
proven
day.
that you, technically speaking, don't have to drink any water ever to stay hydrated, but that's like based on the fact that there's just enough
But is-
water and all
but-
the
And
crap we
everything.
drink.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
stop.
Keep
Let's
you
stop and think about.
alive,
But
not healthy.
that's the capitalistic America system telling you can drink soda all day and not die.
I was gonna say, that doesn't
Yeah.
mean you're
But that
healthy.
does-
That just
yeah.
means you won't.
That just
Die.
means you're gonna be
True.
addicted to whatever the fuck they told you you're not gonna be. You
It's
know?
not,
what I
yeah,
mean?
somebody actually said, I was watching this interview where somebody was talking about this. Like, this is what made me think about it. They were just like randomly like, yeah, man, I drink like a gallon of water every day, man. And he was like, yeah, I should probably drink more water. And he was like, but I drink a lot of lemonade and shit though, you know, and that's made from water, so I guess that's good. And I was just like, wow, that sounds ridiculous.
Well, I mean, part of what actually drinking water, like actual water, not through other stuff, does, it's like cleansing. It allows your body to. It's a cleansing act. Like when you drink enough water, especially when it's actual water, you're literally flushing out toxins in your body that are most efficiently flushed out using water. And there's concentrations of water and all the other beverages other than it, but your body's not made of 80-90% Coca-Cola or sweet tea.
It's
Your body's
fucking
made
90
of water
something.
for a
Yeah.
reason.
But and I want everybody to stop and think about this. Everything that you think you know about the health of the body.
You got some info on how much the average American drinks, Homer?
I got you.
I want everybody to
The
stop.
only problem is this study was done 5 years ago.
Hashtag site. It's 2018. We haven't had time for a new census. Last one was 2010. Let's hear it. Let's hear some semi-accurate information.
So
It'll
some
have to
semi-accurate information is the average United States person is drinking 38% more water than 15 years ago.
Hopefully we've continued
So,
in a
let's
positive way.
see.
About 38% more than the early 2000s.
This was 5 years ago, so like 1999.
Americans are down to
Yeah.
44 gallons of soda per year and up to about 58 gallons of water.
Per year?
Yeah, that's 7,242 ounces of
58
water
gallons
annually.
So
58 gallons of water.
58 gallons of water annually? So, that's what, like,
holy shit! Hold on.
half a gallon.
Stop
That's
that.
less than half a gallon a day.
I'm gonna do that math for you guys.
That's a lot of water.
No, that's not a lot of water
Yeah,
at all.
that's way less than we should drink.
58 divided by 52.
'Cause,
oops, shit. 58 divided by 52 is 1.1 gallons of water a week, guys.
Wow.
And so we're supposed to drink how many a day? Half a gallon?
Half
Half a gallon a day.
Okay, so divided by...
Yeah.
We're drinking 1.5 gallons of water a day.
0.15.
0.15 gallons of water. We're drinking... We're killing
There we go.
ourselves. We're fucking killing ourselves.
Yeah.
Like that
I'm
makes me,
definitely gonna start drinking water more. Like I have.
that
been
makes me want to
actually
stop
these
drinking
past
soda
couple
in
of
a
days
whole
now.
fucking shape, form, or fashion.
Dude. Yeah, like
I just have never done
you
that
know,
with math before.
people definitely drink soda way too much, man. Like I do it myself, you know, but Americans and
Yeah, there was a
Southern
dude-
people especially are really bad about, you know, like
Me
you
and
know,
the
you
voice
just wake
reason
up in the
work-
morning and crack open a fucking Coca-Cola or something like
Me
that.
and the voice and reason right here have worked with somebody that drank so much soda and sweet tea that they sent themselves to the hospital with stomach ulcers.
Oh yeah. That guy was an idiot, man. He drank about a gallon of sweet tea.
But he
every
is
day.
he is
Yeah.
the definition of the average American.
Check this
What up?
out. Hold up.
Don't you
So
agree?
CBS had
Yeah,
a
yeah.
study.
He is
definitely
the average in American.
Yeah, it definitely is the
Hey,
definition of an
CBS
average.
had a study, and they wrote this story in 2016. So this is a bit more updated for you folks. So the data from the U.S. National Health Nutrition Exam Survey for 2009 to 2012 found that adult men take in 117 ounces of water daily on average, more than 14 cups. For women, the number is 93 ounces, or almost 12 cups daily.
This is a recent study? How recent is this?
This is what they've got. CBS just wrote the story in 2016. So, basically...
Those stats sound drastically different than the ones we just had.
They're, maybe we found some fake news.
Well, like, the point of actually drinking water is the role it plays in your cell's energy process. When your cells need to make energy in the electron transport chain, I'm not sure if it's water acts as an electron donator or acceptor, but the point is when you're drinking water, you're having something put into your body that's in a readily available form to where its components can be used in the way your body needs it to. Saying that there's enough quote-unquote water in stuff to keep you alive is essentially a ruse. You're disguising a fact within an advertisement, because the fact of the matter is they don't care if you're alive. They care if you are just healthy.
Shit.
Yeah, they're just healthy enough to keep buying their stuff to create their profit margins that they need.
Yeah.
What you're doing when you're trying to get your water supply through Coke or sweet tea is you're consuming a liquid that your body actually needs to survive, but the components of it that it needs aren't in a readily available form, because they're not just water. They're mixed with the acids that you guys were talking about that are in Coke, carbonic acid, and all the other preservatives, high fructose corn syrups, dyes, flavorings. All those things literally make it more difficult for your body to process water like it needs to. So by saying that there's enough water in it to keep you alive, there technically is. But if you go around thinking that as a basis to choose a Coke over water, you'll never stop to think that maybe I actually need actual water.
You think that's going to make your mind mentally stable? You're crazy.
Whoa!
Well, part of the worst parts of Cokes and stuff like that is those...
Just this study. This review. It's
Coca-Cola's bad?
Well, yeah, we know that, but anyways,
they clean people's blood off the road with Coke.
Hashtag Coca-Cola, y'all are awesome.
So they did,
yeah, I fuck with Coca-Cola, man. Shit's good.
So the study was basically saying that
all day.
The way that they got water was not just from taking in water, plain water. They were doing it through other means. So in other words,
that CBS study?
Yeah. So they weren't just getting water from like drinking plain water. They were getting it from like soda, like the water that you get out of soda and you get out of food and other means.
So basically,
we don't drink enough water.
It's a study that sort of like tries to prove that people in fact do drink enough water
an
through
amount of
other
water.
substances.
The CDC
they consume an amount of water, not drink it.
The CDC did a study to find variations in how much water people took in each day. For example, people over 60 tended to take in less fluid than younger adults, and whites tended to drink more water than black or Hispanics. Why do they feel the need to...
Like throw the race card in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit like that does
matter.
I
guess in a study it would matter.
Just
but
I guess it's probably there to try to single in on the area of society where the problem is mostly occurring, if there is a way to do that.
Nah, I think...
Or it could be a way to heads up. Is like, hey man, y'all should probably drink more water. Just so you know.
Basically, we're just going to call this shit Drink More Water episode. Call it thirsty, yo.
I said I was going to bring it up, but I didn't want to make it the topic. Another thing I wanted to bring up, man.
What's another thing you wanted to bring up? Let's talk about that.
Was how, in this generation, this is word to Jade too, because I noticed that she was talking about this on one of her YouTube videos, because I made this a YouTube account. But, dude, like,
about it.
People talk about them fucking selves all the time. Have you noticed that? Like, everybody loves to talk about themselves.
Talk about myself.
Yeah, me too.
I love to talk about medicine, man, but I don't like to talk about, you.
But where does that line appear, though? Like, where's that line at?
You know me pretty well.
You know
I act out. You met me before that, so you. Yeah. You definitely.
You do like to talk about yourself sometimes, though. Like, let's be real.
But it's always in a.
That's
fashion.
what I'm saying.
It's
like, where's that
I'm not
line
just doing
of
it
medicine
to do it, but it's definitely
yourself?
When I talk about myself, I'm trying to sell myself.
Andy likes to talk a lot, but I notice you don't talk about
Andy
yourself.
does not talk
like
about
ever.
himself.
You never
Homer
talk
loves to talk about himself. You. For
No
some reason,
clue.
you could stroke your own
Bro, I
cock.
swear to God, I could write a novel right now about myself.
You
Man.
could write an autobiography and then
For
write a
real.
sequel to it.
Yep.
I guess after a question.
I really could.
But let me ask you a question. Could you write 160 words? Could anybody in this room write 160 words that introduced you for the next week to everybody you met?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd have any problem doing that.
I don't think I could do that. In 160 words, explain yourself without devaluing
I
yourself.
feel like I could explain myself.
You don't think
with
you
one.
could explain yourself or the medicine man in 160
No,
words?
me. So if you explain the person that is medicine man, there's a lot there.
Yeah. 160 words, that's easy.
But
You know what I'm saying?
the concept of it is are you willing to take that? Let's say in that week you met the CEO of iHeartRadio. Is that 160 words going to be good enough? Anybody. Do you think you could?
So it
anybody.
has to cover the entire week. This intro, it has to cover the entire week of like
life
from when whoever I'm presenting this to.
No, you're not
has
presenting.
met
Let's
me.
say, could you say this? Could you put 160? Let's just like pretend that like everybody introduces themselves on a piece of paper when they meet each other, right? For a social experiment, and everybody writes 160 words.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you could write 160 words that is your first impression to every human soul that you meet for the next 7 days?
Yeah,
No matter who it is.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think you could sell yourself in 160 words?
Well,
Excuse me,
I didn't know I was having to sell myself, but I could definitely describe myself in 160
that's what
words.
I'm saying. In that week, what if that week was the week that everything changed and you met all the big wigs and everything like that? Do you think would it hold us
Catch me
back?
next week, man. I'll write you a brand new one.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think we
You
should
know
all
what I
try to
mean?
write one and post it and see if it's good enough.
Word. I'm down for that.
Can you
Down
sell
there.
sell yourself in 160 words?
A little medicine man voice of reason homework assignment. Now I don't know if I don't know if I could sell myself in 160 words, but I could definitely tell you. I could say 160 words about
myself. Yeah, I could, but would it really explain who you are as the voice of of Rip? Could you explain Rip Carvington in 160 words?
Yes.
Could
Most
you explain
definitely.
Could you explain Rip Carvington, Trillion, and the voice of reason in 160 words?
Yeah, man. All three. Seriously. I was in honors English like all through my school years and shit.
Me too. Dude, I understand that shit, but even then, it's not even. It's. I don't think that every situation should involve the same introduction. Some situations involve being more humble. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I try to be humble.
that's in our modern generation with all this stuff is, I think a lot of the YouTubers and stuff like this, when you go and say them, they generalize themselves a lot.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out which version of them will get more viewers.
Do you think that?
Yeah, people on YouTube definitely they get in there.
As much fun as they're having,
Some
they're
people
not
get,
there to
like-
have fun.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this honestly. Jade was the first YouTube personality I have ever met.
She's alright, man. She's got like 120 subscribers. She subscribed to us today on YouTube. Shout out Jade. Thanks for doing that episode. Hell yeah. We got Timothy Watkins coming back next week as well.
I'm excited for him, dude.
Me too. That's going to be this Sunday, actually. On the 12th, he's going to be coming through.
I was really pumped about Andingo over here coming on, so he needs to talk, man.
Yeah, that was random. I didn't expect that, but I'm super glad you're here, Andy.
Glad I can make
And y'all
it.
shout outs to let us know about these new personalities coming, because we've really been experimenting with expanding the voices here on the episodes. Mainly because I think that, more voices equals like more conversation and less dryness, and because sometimes me and the voice reason here can get some real deep seated arguments and they get kind of boring sometimes.
Yeah, that's why we got Homer, really.
The fuck
An
you?
arbiter.
Hey,
Just-
man, we need to wrap this up, but before we do, Homer, while you're over there just doing
Doodling
shit,
away.
would you look up that story about... Hey, that's pretty cool, though. Would you look up the story about how that dude broke into those people's houses and asked for the Wi-Fi?
Wait, what?
That's insane.
Yeah, I need to hear about this.
Yeah. It's on USA Today.
First world problems.
Yeah, this guy.
First worlds. We have someone break
He
in
broke
and ask you
into
the
a
Wi-Fi
couple of houses.
I need to download that iTunes. And check my
Someone
email.
needs Pornhub yesterday.
Maybe he was trying to listen to MM in the VOR.
Hashtag do it.
Hashtag break in somewhere else to listen.
Hashtag go to McDonald's and we'll I'll even pay your for your fucking fries.
Free Wi-Fi and
For
an ice
that
cream
Wi-Fi,
cone for
boys.
A
anybody.
17-year-old boy breaks into a neighbor's house looking for Wi-Fi because he ran out of data.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ah,
So he was probably trying to Pokemon Go or something like that.
Even though, like, when it pops up, one of the first things it says is do
Let me
not
let it do that
trespass.
country.
Okay, I
Down
understand.
here, you did that, you liable to get buried in a shallow
No,
grave
so
by your
you're
mommy and
gonna
daddy.
get shot. You were gonna get shot.
Like-
9 out of 10 homes here will
For sure,
blast
yeah.
you before you get to the front door.
What's this kid's name? Did they say his name?
They probably
He's only
they
17.
can't say his
They probably
name
didn't
because
say
he's not
his
18.
name.
See, down here in Mississippi, you man at 16. That
Where'd
wouldn't
this
fly.
happen at?
They only tell you
Oh.
their name if they're a sexual offender, if I'm not
I mean,
mistaken, so you know to look up.
there's
for
only one source site and it's Indian Times.
It doesn't say what town it happened in. I saw it on USA Today. Oh, I got it right here.
If that's not some form of mind
Are we
control,
gonna have to
I
get a
don't
new
know
fact
what it is.
checker, Homer?
Northern California.
Because I'm kinda
asking-
doing your job
okay,
for
so
you right
no, this is cited from Cheryl Timer. 327 shares on the Indiana Times. It has.
This is in Palo Alto, California.
Yeah, it's syndicated and authorized. They just happen to have a fucking weird ass name because all the fucking good ones are bought up nowadays. Northern California, man.
Yeah.
But does this have something to do with that new law that they just passed? Well, soon to find out.
What new? Oh, the.
And they don't even say it.
Yeah. That was actually a big part of when we started doing the podcast.
Them guys out there just need to learn how to handle themselves.
Yeah.
But it is Northern California, and a lot of things go down in Northern California, man.
What happened?
He broke into a house and asked for the Wi-Fi code.
No, not that, man. Like you're saying, like.
It's Northern California, man. It's the fucking triangle, homie. It's the green triangle.
Yeah, fair enough.
The
Come on,
Emerald
The
Triangle.
Emerald Triangle.
I was trying not to be too odd, you know. But
Anyways.
yeah, no, we need to wrap this up.
Yeah. I just
We
wanted to-
love y'all. Thank you for listening to us as always. And Dingo over here. What's your Instagram, and Dingo?
Are you even on Instagram?
Millwoodz Finest with an underscore between it.
Millwoodz Finest.
Oh, you are then. You follow us.
Yeah, I do.
We'll post
followed
it
you
up.
back,
Yeah, we'll
'cause I
post it up.
remember-
Y'all
I
follow
remember
this guy.
seeing
He's a good character to follow. Look for him at Hula Wing. We have a really good theme worked out, and he's in the middle of it. You can check us vending. We're here at Swervy Love. Swervy Love's actually just walked in the studio. Say hello.
Hello.
Homer,
Yeah.
have a good weekend. Always here as always.
Yeah.
Voice of Reason.
Later.
Medicine Man signing off. Y'all have a good week.
Alright, look, I came out here, I give it 109%, you know what I'm saying? I came out here, me and my boys, we practice all year, you know what I'm saying? Like, fucking all the time, we fucking in here, like, fucking, we practice all year, we train all year, you know what I'm saying? We give it 109%. Thank you, baby. We give it 109%, and me and my boys, you know, I'm fucking around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel telling me and my boys, you know, we do it big, 100% all the way around, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't even try to fuck with it, alright? I'm about to throw it off on y'all.